Question number 4 will be answered by Ray Little, Rod Freeman, and Patsy George. The city has tried to confine commercial property to the north and south ends of the city, but Concord Road is becoming increasingly well-traveled and less desirable as a residential street. How do you feel about converting land on Concord Road to commercial use? Ray Little.
I think over the years the people of Brentwood have pretty much indicated that they want to keep commercial on the north and south ends of the city. We have lots of available property on the south end of Brentwood, and there's, of course, with the town center plan, lots of opportunities in the north end of Brentwood. My personal opinion is that should be gone after first before we worry about putting it on Concord Road. Plus, Nashville's already captured the Publix and the Kroger's on the end, which garners a whole lot of Brentwood tax dollars, but that's in Davidson County. So the opportunity may have been missed on that. Yeah, I feel that most of Brentwood prefers the commercial to stay on either ends of the city and to keep their residential non-commercial.
Rod Freeman.
It makes more sense to have the commercial areas north and south, but I think what I'd want to do is I'd want to listen to see what the property owners that have the property currently wish to do with it. I would never close people off. I'd want to hear what both property owners that may be wanting to look to get it rezoned, what they have to say, and how that might fit in with the long-term plans of the city. Right now, I don't think there's a necessity for that, but one thing we don't want to do is that we don't want to stiff-arm property owners. We want to listen to them, we want to understand and see if it fits in with what what we want to do as a community, and make sure it works. To give people an opportunity to express themselves. North and south, it seems to be working now, and there's plenty of opportunity in both of those areas.
Patsy George.
My view on that is that I don't see that it should be rezoned for anything at this time. We originally were thinking about putting the post office there a few years back, and they totally disagreed with that. They said there would be too much traffic across from the Concord General Market there, and but we all at the post office felt it would be a very, very good opportunity to keep the post office together, in one spot for the community, for the people. The post office is split now, but as far as putting it on there now or rezoning it to go commercial, I would say, I don't think that's one of the main issues or the priorities that we should be involved. Keep it out. We have the churches on that road. Our church put up a stoplight. I think the Fellowship Church put up a stoplight there. And I'm happy with the way it is now. I think we have more important things to focus on.
This question is for everyone, and Regina Smithson will be the first to answer, followed by Patsy George, Natalie Murdy, Rod Freeman, Ray Little, Devin McClendon, and Paul Webb. The Chamber of Commerce has historically represented economic and community development. Brentwood has not had a property tax increase in 18 years, partially due to the strength of business. We know that 60% of the city's revenue comes from the business community. Because of the importance of this revenue stream, what types of city incentives would you favor to encourage businesses to stay, expand, or relocate to Brentwood? Regina Smithson.
Well, I've been on the City Commission 18 years, and I have to tell you, we've had quite a few businesses come in to try to say if we gave them a tax incentive to come here, they would come here, like Dale and some of the other big ones. And I don't feel like we have to give tax incentives for people to move to Brentwood as far as their business is concerned. We've been fair about that. We've been fair to the small business and the larger businesses that have come here. Like that, you have a fair playing field. I think that our business tax is holding its own in this economic time, and thank goodness we have our property tax. We would, however, consider some of the codes that we would be able to work with businesses on, like we do Other than that, tax incentives and things like that, we've been very fortunate because of the desirability of this town to have a business in.
Patsy George.
Would you repeat that long question again?
Because of the importance of the business revenue stream, what types of city incentives would you favor to encourage business to stay, expand, or come on to Brentwood?
I would think that we should give them if new businesses wanted to come here in this horrible economic crisis we're in, except for Brentwood, I mean, Brentwood is doing very, very well. Give them a tax break. Give them, if they're opening up a new business, give them, if they have the draw out for the plan how they want to look, go through codes and don't make it so stiff on them to bring the business to Brentwood so we could get, you know, make more tax and revenue for us, and just give them incentives about how to open up their business.
Natalie Murdy.
Even though our economic times are very slow right now, I think tax breaks and changing of codes is not something we want to do. I think we all just need to hang on. Things will improve. And because of the quality of our area, business will continue. Unless people are closing down their businesses, no one's going to leave Brentwood to transfer somewhere else. To open up new business, any community in the United States is trying to get more business into their community. It will come. Murray of Ohio that building went on the market 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago now. That's 12 acres at the corner of, almost at the corner of Franklin and Maryland Way. That is prime space. Sitting on 12 acres, 100,000 square feet. That is a big building. It's been vacant since 1995. The only thing it's been used for is the Brentwood Police and Fire Department have practices there.
Rod Freeman.
I think the thing we need to remember is that we're in a competitive environment, just like any business, and people that are looking to relocate, bring their businesses here, obviously they want to see what we have to offer them. We need to be proactive on those offers. We need to understand what it is people are looking for and do what we can to get them here. Tax incentives, understand what Regina said, I think, on that. But there's other things that you can do also. The main thing is give businesses an opportunity to recapture their startup costs. And you know, one way you can do that, and the town center has addressed that with the C4 zoning, is to give businesses more square footage that they can lease up. And what that does, that allows them for more income. It also allows the city to gather more sales tax. So there's more things than just taxes. I think that we can give them a different footprint. We can be very creative on our development with the areas that we do have available. There's things that because we love our green space, we love our 1 acre.
Ray Little.
Contrary to our federal government's opinion that government should own business, my feeling on this is that the government should not get in the business. But it's okay for government to give incentives. Those incentives may be through facilitating things such as what's happening at the CompUSA store that went out of business, where Electronics Express has come in and doing minor changes to the codes without having to go through long processes. Not major changes, minor changes. Tax incentives, just like you learn in your first and second year of business school, can be a good thing if done properly, but you need to have a break-even point at about 3 to 5 years. What those forms would take, it would probably depend on the business. But as Rod said, we're in a competitive environment, and in 2016, the residential is going to probably be built out, if not by 2020. And that 60% we're getting from business is going to become more and more important as there's less and less that we can develop residentially.